Hi there, and welcome to the Family of One Child podcast. I'm For Comment, a wife, a part-time working mom, and a full-time believer in making the most of every joyful and sometimes busy moments of raising an only child. If you're ready for real stories, plenty of laughter, and parenting tips, you're in the right place. So let's dive into this adventure together. Hi, friends, and welcome back to the Family of One Child podcast. I'm Four, and I'm so glad that you are here today. If you're listening while folding the laundry, washing the dishes, or you're in the bathroom for 2 minutes of just trying to get some peace, Mama, I am here with you. Or if you're listening while you're driving your child to school, you may be driving to gymnastics, or just driving around till your child falls asleep. Whatever season you're in, welcome, girlfriend. So today we are diving into phase 2 of the Jumpstart Field Trip Guide. So you're thinking, what Jumpstart Field Trip Guide? It is free. By the way, this guide that I created it's a free resource, okay? So I know I said free, and you're like, did you say free or three? It's a free, FREE. It's a resource, and I mentioned that in the last episode. So if you're looking and you're wanting to create a field trip group for you and your child, and you want to bring maybe 2 or 3 friends, mom friends as well, this would be a great resource for you to start with. Okay, so you go to the joyfulgatherspress.com and you go and get your resource there. It's a free resource. There's multiple free resources there. So go to joyfulgatherspress.com. Okay, so if you're a mom also with multiple kids and you're listening to this podcast episode, you can totally use this too. I see you as well, mom with multiple kids. You are welcome here as well. So the phase 1, the last episode was all about simple and doing doable activities that you were already enjoying with your child. It was like no stress. It was just you and your child doing something that you love. That was phase 1. Well, phase 2, I'm going to talk about that part. And phase 2, it really helps when you do this, it helps the whole experience. Is the part you don't want to skip, because otherwise you'll discover if you do skip phase 2 by personal experience, it can be very stressful, because there's certain details that you want to take care of before you go on these field trips with you and your child and your friends. Because oh my goodness, I've been doing this for 20 years and I can tell you details like, are there bathrooms? Can you use the bathroom? What is the parking like? Is it far for me to walk with my child? And then you want to know how far or what are how many parking spaces are there available? Do I have to bring the exact cash on the day? Do I have to collect it? And if someone wants to bring their stroller, oh my goodness, can I bring my stroller? How many strollers can fit in the store or the location when you're going? So all these details before the field trip with you and your child and your friends, you want to know and get the information about this, because it helps you focus on what matters the most before you go on the trip. And that is to have fun while you're learning and exploring together with your child. So that way you can just relax and just enjoy that experience. Okay. So phase 2, remember, we're only talking about phase 2 in the Jumpstart field trip. So if you're driving and you're like, okay, don't look at your phone. So if you're at home and you can get to your phone, open up and you have downloaded that resource, just go to the Jumpstart field trip template. But remember, if you're driving, do not do that. Just listen. I mean, what's that song? Just listen. Listen to my heart when I'm calling for you. Is that Roxanne? Is that is that even did I get that right? Me and my songs. I'm going to like plug in a song. You're thinking this song had nothing to do with. Just listen, okay? Just want to add some fun in there. And if you want to join in, like when I'm singing and you want to harmonize because you know how much I am such a good singer. What? Or maybe you're in the pantry and you're eating your chocolates or chippies, or you're like, oh my goodness, this girl is making me laugh so much. I'm trying to be quiet. I will whisper and not make you laugh that much. Or if you're thinking, just get on with it for the Jumpstart Field Trip template phase 2. Or you could be just standing by the kitchen drinking your coffee, or maybe you're eating something and you're like, okay, I'm just going to listen. Well, Mum, you can listen too. Now, for the rest of the group, okay, I'll get back to you. I'm going to walk through this next part. So open up if you want to what you downloaded. So the first one is, what do I want the host, who maybe the store manager, the store owner, to know about my group and the purpose of my visit? Okay, so this is what you can say to the store manager word for word. You may give them a call or in an email. You can say, hi, my name is Four, and we are hands-on group of moms with elementary kids, and we're here to learn, explore, and discover, have fun. Now, the reason why you want to say hands-on, because it helps set the tone that you and your group are there to learn the type of service and products they provide and sell to your community. And it also lets them know you're there to explore and to discover the heart of their business or their organization by listening. And maybe you're going to listen, they would like to share the history and how they started in the community. And also, it really lets them know that you are there. You and your mom friends are there to learn side by side with their children. You're not relying on them to all their staff to babysit your children during their visit. Because I remember when I would call these business places, and there were quite a few, they were like, oh my, and I would talk to them and they were like, we've had groups come in before, and when the group would show up, either the adults, for some reason, it was just like calm, and then they wouldn't be learning side by side. They would take a step back, and then they started to either be on their phone or talk some among themselves. And so the staff member or the owner had to really rein in the kids, had to tell them, please be quiet, do not be touching this, stop talking. And they told me it was very exhausting for them, because the parents or the adults, the teachers were there, but they weren't really taking care of helping them to settle the children. So when I told them our group is not that, when we show up, the adults are wanting to learn with their kids. They're hands on. They are going to be there with their child with expectation of taking care of their own child. So that is something that you really want to express that to the store manager or the staff, because you want them to have a good experience with your group as well. When you're visiting, I'm telling you, when you're visiting organization in your local community or a store, you want to leave with a positive experience for them as well as you, because then you get a repeat customer, and next time you want to go and visit their location, they are going to be open to receiving your group. And so I just want to let them know that you are hands on, and your parents, you and your mom friends also going to learn and be very active with the time that you are there. So next one is, what are the hours? This is what you're asking the host, which is could be the store manager, the business owner, or the staff, the person who is managing that place. You're going to ask them, what are the hours? What are the costs? And do you offer any discount groups? Because you want to ask these questions because it's important. This gives you and your group the opportunity, because you want to find the best time that's for you all to visit this location, and also for them as well. If they're showing your group around, which means they might need to organize another person to do the group tour because they're taking care of you. So they'll have to ask another person, okay, we need to have someone take care of that department. They want to make sure that if they're not closing their store for you, customers are coming in. So they might need 2 or 3 more people on that location as opposed to 2. They want to be fully prepared. And you also want to feel like your group is not being rushed. Because when they are talking to your group and they're showing you around, you want them to focus on you. You don't want them to like, oh, yes, and this is blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, hold on a minute, someone just called. Or hold on a minute, someone just rang the bell. Or hold on a minute, you'll be like, what in the world? You'll be like holding on, like freeze. And then they'll come back. It's going to be like not a good experience. You want the start, right from the start, the beginning to the end, to be a wonderful, good flow without focusing on your group for that time. And also, if they're selling products and you're interested in their products, I always ask for discounts. And 10 out of 10, they're always going to, if there is a discount, or they might say, oh, we come during this week because there is a sale. I mean, I'm going to go and book myself in that group for that week. So it's a win-win for all. Okay. The next one is, you're going to ask them how many families can comfortably attend. So this gives the host, it gives them an idea. For example, I went into this store and it was a candy store in my local area, and they could only fit 10 people comfortably. And so I made sure I honored that. I didn't go over. It's because, yeah, if another family said, well, can I come? I goes, no, I can only fit 10. So you want to, if they give you a number, make sure you stick with it. Or you might have to say, I can do 2 trips, one for me, and then you tell the other mom, here are the details. Maybe you organize that, call them. But I can only take this size of group. And also, because of the size of the group, just be mindful, because if they're open, they haven't closed that, the store or that location to the public, they're having people coming in and out. So they might give you smaller numbers. So just letting you know, knowing how many you're asking them for your group, how many people can attend. And then also as well, when it comes to questions, I noticed my sweet spot for the numbers were 10 people total, because when a child is asking a question, or an adult, you want to give them time, and you want to make sure they have the space to ask questions. If you have too many people in your group, maybe, and you only have, for example, my field trip groups were only, the time frame was only 40 minutes to 1 hour. That worked for us. So within that time, in the learning about the location, the going around and touring the place, asking questions, you want to make sure that the group is small enough that each person has time to ask. And I find that a lot of times, a lot of parents ask more than more than the children. So it is a learning for everyone. So you want to make sure that everyone has time to ask their questions. And you want the person, the store manager or the staff, have time to answer them back. So just remember, when you're taking you and your child and your mom friends with their kids, just be mindful. Will everyone have time to ask their questions? You don't want to make this group too big. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe 2 or 3 mums all together. And I know some of you have multiple families. So if you have like you and your child, and then if you have a mum with like 5 children, well, that's like, okay, and then she needs to bring another person. I would just leave that, just you and that family. Because by the time you get to the location, you're all asking questions and you're all exploring together. And I'm just saying, it's not too overwhelming for the person who is doing the tour with your group. You want to make it enjoyable for them as well. So not only for you, but you got to think about the person who is touring or teaching your group. Okay. The next one is, are the restrooms available and easy to access? This was important for me. It's so important because I go to the bathroom a lot. Was that way too much information? I mean, I went to the bathroom a lot when my child was little, and I still go to the bathroom. I tell you, I think I just say the word and I need to go. So, and also with little kids, we know you tell them, go to the bathroom before we leave home. And they're like, okay, I don't need to go. And then you tell them, are you sure you don't need to go? They are, yeah. And then you encourage them to go. So they do go. But then somehow when we get there, maybe they need to go. So I tell the store, if the store or the location says, no, we don't have any public restrooms available, I tell them, because I know there's always a bathroom in the office. Like there's no way there won't be any. It'll be very unique if the location had no bathroom for the staff room, because I'm questioning, where are they going to the bathroom? So this is how I ask the manager, for emergency purposes, if one of my the moms in my group or a child needs to go, can they go? I understand it's not open for the public, but this will be an emergency. And then they always say 10 out of 10, I always get a positive yes. So that way I know if there's an emergency and someone needs to go to the bathroom, that is taken care of. We do have access to go to the bathroom, and they're really fine about it. I never got to know. I always got to sure that is fine. Okay, so the next one is, depending when you go to the location, what kind of payments, what type of payments do they want your group to pay with cash, the exact amount? Is it card? Is it digital apps available? You want to take care of this detail as well, because there's nothing worse than showing up and they say like, we only take cash. And you're like, oh my goodness. Well, you're looking in your purse. I don't have any cash. Sometimes that's mostly me. I usually take my husband's cash. I'm looking in his wallet. So if I had a field trip, I'm like, hey, I don't have anything. So it's when you go to the location, right? And and the store manager says, okay, I don't have cash. There's no way. And you say, well, I have a granola bar. I have some gum. I have my, child's favorite toy and a Walmart recipe. Do you take chickens? Does that count? They're going to look at you and they're going to say, no. And then you're going to look at your other mom friends like, does anyone have exact cash? Now, you could be the person that always carries cash around, but I'm just telling you, this type of detail you want to take care of. And that's just one less thing you have to be concerned about when you show up on the day. So the next one is, what type, when you show up, you want to find out about the parking. Is it free parking? Is how many cars can park there? Is it on the street? Do you have to walk like 20 minutes or 2 blocks down? You want to find this all out before you show up at the location. So also you want to ask the host, or once again, I mean the store manager or the place that you're booking, how early should you book with them? Some places might need a month. Some places might say, oh, we're good, come within the week, or just give us a few days. It's always good to ask, but you want to work around your schedule too. First, does that work for you? Because you want to serve what's best for you, because you're the one creating this positive experience for you and your child. So pick the day that works best for you. Once you give them the days, then ask your friends. So I did that and it worked best for me. So remember, taking care of these details really helps you to have that positive experience, and you want it to be fun for you and your child. That way, the more information you have, the more prepared you are just to enjoy the day. Before we keep going, you know what time it is. It's a shout out, and I love this part because it reminds me that this community we're building is literally stretching across states, countries, and time zones. So I want to thank you because someone is listening to this podcast while making dinner, while cleaning the house or just doing the laundry. And so I just want to say hello, hello, hello. And today I wanted to give you a shout out. And the first one I want to give a shout out to is from Ashburn, Virginia. Hi to the listener there, to Springfield, Massachusetts, Newtown, Iowa, Navarre, Florida, Sao Paulo, Concord, North Carolina, Milpitas, California, New Britain, Connecticut, San Francisco, California, Boston, Massachusetts, Adelaide, South Australia, Fredericksburg, Virginia, in Sydney, New South Wales. Hi, friends. I see you all and I appreciate you all. Welcome and thank you for coming back. And if you didn't hear your city or location, don't worry. I will give these shout outs. I always give these shout outs to the listeners who listened to the last episode. So the next section in phase 2 is when you're reaching out. And I know calling a business can make you a little bit nervous. You are not alone. I mean, I used to have a stutter problem. I mean, even when you listen to this podcast, sometimes I'm like going, blah, blah, I don't know. But I used to stutter, or when I would call, I didn't know what I was saying. So for me, as long as I followed a list, or sometimes I just practiced what I said, or I just got someone else to say it until I was able to make it. But I know there are many moms who may be thinking, oh my goodness, I don't want to call. Well, that is why with one of the free resources, the host script template, that is there for you to use. So you can use those exact words. Just go to the host script if you would like to use that script to call the business or with your email, and you won't even have to think about it. You can say it from word for word. So remember, just go to the joyfulgatherspress.com website and you will find your free FREE resources there. Okay, the next one. Now you're talking about, the next one is about the money. Remember, you need to know about the cost. Does it cost where your location, your field trip is? What type of payment methods do they want you to use? And do you get group discounts? And then the group size. And so here, when you're taking care of this, also ask about the cancellation policy, because some places that you book with them, they may not give you refunds. So when you're booking and creating this field trip for your group, make sure you collect the money up front first from the people that are attending. And you want to let your friends know if they're not able to attend this field trip, they cannot get their money back because you've already given it to the store. And that way you let them know. It helps you and it reminds them that you will not be paying that money from your own pocket, because remember, you've collected the money and the store is, you have to pay that to the store. So tell your friends, this store does not give out refunds. So either you lose it or you need to tell me if you're coming or not. Give me plenty of notice. And seriously, you don't want to be paying that out of your own pocket. And so taking care of this, once again, helps you and your child to have fun. Like that song, girls just don't want to have fun. Did I hit that note or did it just go out the window and just keep going to Mars? Over the moon. Yeah. So you just want to have fun with your child. You want to learn and discover. And details like this, you want to take care of. You don't want to focus on it on the day. Okay. So that is why you want to ask about the cancellation policy. Okay. So this one here, the next one is safety, comfort, and you're doing your final check. Now you have gotten information about the day of when you're going, the parking, you got the restroom, you know about the payments, what type of payments, and you know about the group size, and you told them you're a hands-on group. See, now that you've got all the information and you know those details, you can just show up and have fun. I will not sing that song. Girls just don't wanna have fun. Okay, let's get going. So even though phase 2 might feel like a lot of work, this helps you to build your village. It's going to help you build your connection because you're taking care of business. Taking care of business. Can this be a podcast sing along? Or am I the only one singing? Okay, so walking through this jump field trip template step by step, it's going to help you create a positive experience that you are wanting for your child, and you want your mom friends to enjoy it with you. Okay? So, once again, when you go through this step by step, it helps you to have a smooth experience. So, use these free resources. And if you're like, oh my goodness, I just cannot do it, give it to another mom friend in your group and say, here, use these resources and you can use this to create a fun field trip for us. Just like, here you go, read it and listen to this episode so you can do this for us. Mom, you are doing the best you can with the time that's given, with the resources you have. You are doing a great job. I mean, seriously, you are amazing. You are amazing mom for your child. You are an amazing wife for your husband. So I want to continue on to encourage you. Continue on letting you know that you are amazing. You're giving to your family. You're giving to your community. Remember to give to yourself. Give yourself a big hug. God loves you. I love you. I am your friend 4. I'll see you in the next episode. Remember, be a friend to yourself as well. You're amazing. Bye.